Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So for me, I moved here to Maryland about 7 years ago. My wife and I met in the middle of the country in Ohio going to college. She's from here, the greater Baltimore area, and I'm from Southern California. So when we moved here 7 years ago, I was like, what are we gonna do? What's some fun things to do around here? And lucky for me, my wife grew up kind of on the Baltimore County, Howard County line. So she was pretty familiar with the area. She's got some good friends here in the area. So we were able to figure out some fun things to do over the years here in the area. So today we're gonna talk about some things to do if you live or are considering living in the Howard County area. And let's get started right now. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we talk about all things living here in the great state of Maryland. So if that's the kind of information you're looking for, you are definitely in the right spot. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can be made aware of the new videos that we do each and every week talking about all things living here in Maryland. And if you are considering purchasing a home here in the area, if you're wondering what that looks like, if that's the right decision for you and your family, we absolutely love helping people out with that transition of purchasing here in the area. Feel free to reach out however you feel most comfortable, whether by phone, text, or email, days, nights, and weekends. We've got your back when moving here to the great state of Maryland. All right, so we broke this down into the top 5 things to do when living here in Howard County. And the first thing is gonna be eating out. So this is definitely one of my favorite things, and it's been getting harder since we have almost an 18-month-old now, but we still try to get out almost every other week for a date night or do something that usually involves eating out in some way. So if you go to the Columbia Mall, there's going to be a ton of options, and honestly, Columbia is kind of the hub of Howard County. So if you're looking for things to do, it never hurts to start there. So if you go to the mall, you're going to find a ton of different restaurants. You've got some good Mexican food over there. You've got a cheesecake factory. You've got a good seafood place. You got the movie theaters there. So there's a lot to do right there. They've got like I'm blanking on the name right now, but they've got like a cool little like Dave and Buster's kind of spot with a bowling alley, tons of different games and stuff like that. So I would definitely check out the mall. If you're new to the area, if you're looking for some stuff to do, that's definitely a spot that you want to check out. And then figured I'd share some of our favorite restaurants with you as well throughout Howard County. So this is some places that we've just really fallen in love with over the last several years. We've been living in Howard County now for I think it's 7 years now. So some places that we find ourselves going back to again and again. So Indian food has become one of our new favorites. Royal Taj in Columbia is definitely a spot you should check out if you're a fan of Indian food. Casbar as well is in Columbia, and that's Turkish food. That's amazing as well. So we've been there several times. They've got belly dancing in the evenings throughout the week, so it's kind of a really cool environment, really nice spot as well. And then honestly, probably our favorite of all types of food is probably Thai food. That's kind of what we find ourselves defaulting to most of the time. So there's a couple places, Etini and Thai Aroma in Ellicott City are great if you're looking for probably more like takeout Thai. And then there's a place called Dot Cow. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But that's in Columbia, kind of near the newer like Meriwether development. So that's more of a sit down. So if you want to go do like sit down Thai, that place is amazing as well. I mean, it's a cool little area too. They've got some high rises going up, newer apartments. They've got some newer restaurants coming, and it's a really cool little outdoor scene too, kind of a little artsy. And you've kind of really got that almost like a little mini city vibe down there in that part of Columbia. So that's a spot that you should definitely check out too if you're looking for a Thai place or just looking for a place in general to go hang out, eat. It's a really cool spot down there. And then some other spots that we like that are probably a little more affordable. So depending on kind of the type of food or the type of money you're looking to spend on a given night, is going to be Mission Barbecue and Cava. So these are some places that we find ourselves going to a lot as well. So Mission Barbecue is really, really good. It's kind of like you can sit down, but it's not like a server type of kind of interaction. So you just kind of go in there. They've got some beer on tap. They've got some drinks, and then they've got a lot of music playing usually, and it's just kind of a cool little spot too. So you kind of get a lot of interaction with the cooks and the people preparing the meals, and that's always a really fun spot. Really, really good barbecue food. And then Cava is kind of like a Mediterranean Chipotle. So that's really, really good too. There's one in Columbia that we, always go to as well. They got really, really good pita bread, and the food in general is amazing there. So those are definitely some spots that I would check out as well. All right, number 2 on the list is going to be Guinness Factory and Linganore Winery. So these are definitely spots that we love going to as well. So first, to start with Guinness Factory, it's basically on kind of the eastern edge of Howard County as you approach Baltimore County. So this is a newer brewery. I think it probably popped up in the last 5 years or so. So it's kind of on the outskirts of Elk Ridge. Really, really nice spot. It's almost brand new. They've got really good food. They've got all the different kinds of Guinness beer. The outdoor space is amazing. So they've got a lot of games out there. You can go there and play cornhole. They've got life-size Jenga. They've got a lot of space outdoor for people to gather, sit, hang out, and just kind of that whole vibe is really, really nice. So the beer there is amazing. The food there is really good. So that's a spot that we would definitely check out. And every spring and summer, we definitely find ourselves going there multiple times. So definitely kind of top on our list as far as things to do when we feel like, getting a good drink. And then Linganore Winery is going to be not really in Howard County, but it's close by, so I wanted to mention it, and it's a spot that we definitely hit up a lot too. So if you're looking for wine and it's got a brewery as well, this is definitely a spot you want to check out. And it's pretty much strictly outdoors. They do have a couple little indoor spots, but it's kind of picnic style. They've got a lot of land out there, so you head west kind of towards Frederick, and then you're going to go north of 70 for about 15 minutes. And this is an awesome spot. So for us, we're in Ellicott City. We're about 35 minutes from this, heading west. So it's a very, very doable drive. And there's not like a ton of wineries that are close. So this is really one of the closest ones that we find ourselves going to a lot. And they've got fire pits. They've got live music on the weekends. So this is just, a great spot to go with a group if you're, just wanting to hang out and relax. The beer, the wine, everything is really good. They've got, cheese and cracker platters. They've got usually a food truck that comes. So this is a spot that's really fun over the weekend when you're looking to just hang out and, get a group together and just kind of do the whole weekend thing. So that's definitely a spot I would check out too. And number 3 on the list is going to be the parks and the outdoor space that Howard County has to offer. So we love getting outdoors. We love, heading to the park, walking, hiking, doing things like that. So this is definitely something that's always towards the top of our list. Now, some of the 2 bigger ones within Howard County is going to be Blandare Park and Centennial Park. So these are spots that you definitely want to check out. And Columbia does a great job too. So if you are looking, maybe you're considering living in Columbia, they've got walking trails, walking paths all throughout Columbia. It's kind of part of what kind of the design of Columbia, the Columbia tax that a lot of the owners pay, kind of goes towards maintaining these and kind of putting those in back in the day. So if you like being outdoors, if you like being active in that way, Columbia and Howard County in general is just an awesome spot for that. So Blandare Park, probably less than 5 years old, unbelievable, huge park, 300 acres. They've got some history to it too. It was a farm previous to that. I think they're getting ready to kind of renovate that and kind of keep that historic part of the park. But I think there's several phases in and there's still a few more. So you've got a few different parks, really nice little play centers there. So if you've got little ones, this is a spot that we've been going to and taking our son Caleb to. And then if your kids are in sports, so they've got some unbelievably nice like synthetic baseball fields, football fields and stuff like that. So this is a spot, it's really state of the art and it's really, really nice. So I would definitely check out Blandare Park. And then Centennial Park is more Ellicott City. It's off 108, kind of bordering Columbia and Ellicott City. But this is a little over 300 acres. It's got a nice sized lake. So if you want to do, paddle boats, you can get out there and fish. You can do all sorts of things. They got a 2.4 mile kind of paved circle walking path around the lake. So if you like to get out, if you want a picnic, they've got tons of, open, grass space for that. So this is a spot that we like to go to too. And it's just it's an awesome, spot to get out and just kind of hang out, be outdoors in general with the family. So I would definitely check out those two. And then there's like I said, there's a ton of different walking paths. You got Patapsco State Park, kind of in northern Howard County, along Ellicott City. And then you've got Patuxent State Park on the south as you kind of get towards Montgomery County. So lots of opportunities to get outdoors, and that's something that I absolutely love about Howard County. And next on the list is going to be the concerts here in Howard County and very close surroundings. So specifically Maryland Live and then Merriweather Post Pavilion. So these are two of my favorite spots when it comes to live entertainment. So we've seen several concerts at Merriweather. That's an absolutely awesome spot. And it's crazy the big names that come through right here in Columbia. So just this year alone, you've got Foo Fighters, you've got Jack Johnson, Dierks Bentley, Kenny Chesney, just to name a few, and I know there's more that I'm missing there. I was on their site yesterday kind of checking it out. So we're planning who we're gonna go see this summer right now, but this is an awesome spot where you don't have to commute. You don't have to drive an hour down to DC or Northern Virginia or head into Baltimore just to see kind of a big name live concert. So it's right here in Howard County. So that's something that I love about this space. And then not only do they do concerts there at Merriweather, they've got things year round where they've got Wine in the Woods, because it's kind of surrounded by some woods, some open space, some grass and stuff like that. So they've got Wine in the Woods, they've got beer festivals that kind of come through and kind of utilize that space as well. So that's something I would check out, that you got a lot of things going on at that space here in Howard County. And then Maryland Live, we saw Jerry Seinfeld there last year. So they've got musicians, they've got comics and stuff that come through there in one of their kind of pavilion spots. It's inside, Merriweather's outside, Maryland Live is all inside, but it's definitely a good spot too. So you got some big names coming through there too. So between those two spots, it's really nice because Maryland Live is Anne Arundel County. It's pretty much in Hanover, but it's very close to Howard County. So for me in Ellicott City, it's about a 20-minute drive flat to Maryland Live, where Merriweather is in Columbia, and that's about 10 to 15 minutes. So it's all very, very close. And Howard County really it's a smaller county. So it's about a little over 300,000 population. It's not super massive. You can get from the eastern part of Hanover out to Mount Airy in probably about 35 minutes. So it's not too big of a county when it comes to all of that. So definitely two spots I would check out. And then last but not least, number 5 on the list is going to be Old Ellicott City. And this really is one of my favorites, and it's kind of got a special place in my heart. So my wife and I got married at the little church down there in Old Ellicott City, kind of towards the bottom part. And it's a spot that we always love to go to. We had our rehearsal dinner down there at La Palapa. So that's one of our favorite spots too. So it's kind of got a few different, things that you want to do, want to check out down there. So you got like Manor Hill, Phoenix, Upper Main. So those are really cool little, like almost little brewery spots, restaurants, sit down spots. So I would definitely check out those. Got really good food, some good crab dips. And then La Palapa is really good Mexican food, great margaritas. They've got a dance area. So if you're looking for kind of more of that spot whenever my wife feels like dancing, so we go to La Palapa. And then when I feel like just sitting down and chilling and having a beer, we head to, one of the other spots. So it's the thing that I love about it down there is just the historic feel of it. So you've got all this architecture, and the buildings are from late 1800s, and it's just a beautiful spot. So and it's really close. So for us in Ellicott City's big, it's 30 square miles. So for us, it's about it's 10 minutes. It's super close. So wherever you are in Howard County, it's not going to be too far to check out this spot. And it's definitely a spot that's really fun and a cool spot to hang out. So, and then we always like to finish off the night. Judge's Bench is kind of at the north part, the top of Main Street. So this is a really cool little area where you can get some drinks. You can go upstairs, you can throw darts. They've got like a little hangout area. They've got a few little outdoor spots too. So definitely a cool vibe to this area, and the architecture is beautiful. They've got a lot of different shops that it's awesome that they're able to survive with these, little record shops and these little, knick-knack spots that are still open where you can just walk in and do some shopping, and just a really cool little area. And then down at the bottom, they've got one of the original B&O Railroad spots. So just a lot of history and a fun area to check out, and fun for the whole family as well. All right, everyone, thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something new today. If you ever need anything at all, please feel free to reach out or comment below, and we will see you at the next video.